This is the X50 Ultra, Dreame's newest flagship robot vacuum and mop. While it may look similar to others at first glance, it has a few big tricks up its sleeve, including lifting itself. That's right, this thing basically has legs. I'll get into all the details, including its self-removing and attaching mops, advanced self-cleaning dock. It even has an Apple Watch app and widgets, plus its anti-tangle dual main brush. But I do want to mention my thanks to Dreame for sending me the X50 Ultra and for sponsoring this video. Taking the X50 Ultra, it has a svelte design, it has that black and gold look which feels custom to Dreame, has the separate clean water and dirty water tanks like you'd expect, plus it has the dust bag and a separate compartment for the mop cleaning solution. This is one of my favorite features of the Dreame robots, where I can actually have cleaning solution for the mopping. I find it cleans floors a lot better, but it can be in its own compartment and the dock will handle dispersing it when needed. The dock also features reactive mop washing, so if it detects that the mops are super dirty, it'll wash them a little extra when it detects additional dirt. Plus it has the hot air mop drying, and the X50 is smart enough to leave the mops when it's just vacuuming or reattach them for mopping all by itself. So it can literally just magnetically drop them in the dock, and then when it needs to mop, it'll reattach it itself. You don't have to touch them at all. Plus the dock has a new Ace Clean dryboard system which fires 20 high temperature spray nozzles for a spotless, streak-free washboard. If you've had robot vacuums in the past, you know that that washboard and where those mops sit can get kind of ew. But I will say, after having the X40 and now the X50, it keeps that dock area really clean. But the design of the actual robot is where all the magic happens. We'll talk about cleaning power in a second, but one of the biggest features over the X40 is the dual main brush. So now you actually have those two main brushes, which I find helps pick up especially larger debris. It still has the side reach extendable brush to get into those corners and the mop extend. And I followed it all around the house and it gets all the way up against the baseboards and does really well in those hard to reach places. Plus the mops will lift 10.5 millimeters, so if you're doing vacuuming and mopping at the same time and it detects carpet, those mops will automatically lift. One of the cool new features is a retractable DTOF system. So that little nub that you see on a lot of vacuums, well, on the X50 Ultra, it can actually raise and lower itself. So it raises up to get that 360-degree scanning. And I'm going to show you the things it detects in the app in a moment, which is pretty wild. It can recognize shoes and cables. But when it needs to get under something like furniture or a low area, that DTOF will actually lower into the robot and it will go clean. And then once it's clear, it will raise back up. Pretty wild. It also has smart dirt detection and bacterial removal, and the coolest new feature is what they're calling the Pro Leap system. So what this can do is actually climb 6 centimeter high thresholds or ledges. So it's not meant to go up and down full staircases, but if you have a threshold or a part of your house where there's a dip down, the robot can actually get down and back up. Every robot vacuum and mop I've had previously, there's a shower door, and if I ever forgot to close it, the robot would drop in there and then it would say it's trapped, it would shut down, and if we weren't home, it wouldn't finish cleaning. Well, the X50 Ultra can go down into that shower drop, no problem, and get back out with that Pro Leap feature. It's pretty wild to see it in action. The legs extend, it can get up on the ledge and continue cleaning as normal. Dreame says that the Pro Leap should last over 30,000 cycles of going up and down, so it should last you a long time. So how does it clean? Well, I loved the X40 Ultra before, and the X50 does even better. That side reach brush and the mop extend gets really close to the walls and under furniture, getting lots of debris there, and I find that double roller main brush is able to pick up larger pieces of debris than the previous single roller in the X40. So vacuuming is superior. Whatever it's doing in the Clean Genius to detect dirty areas, it's doing a great job of spending a little more time in those areas on the floor. It has no problem going up and down my thinner carpets, and the Pro Leap allows it to get up on that larger rug as well. You can hear the vacuum boost when it's going over carpet, and again, I found it picks up better than even previous and other models. Those double rollers are also supposed to prevent tangles with hair, so if you have pets, this might be something to consider. And after cleaning multiple rooms several times, I did not find tangles in the double roller. The X50 Ultra's cleaning ability became even more evident in the kitchen and dining room. Obviously lots of crumbs and debris on the floor here, but it's able to navigate especially around furniture, stools, and chairs with incredible ease. Because of its mop and side brush extend, it can get right up against those table legs, and lots of furniture went all the way under the sofa in our main living room, was able to get lots of debris under there that's been there for a while. And the Hyperstream Detangling Duo Brush is also great for those larger pieces of debris. See this pink paper on the floor, picks it up without any issue. Here's a timeline of it cleaning here in the kitchen, and you can see all those little things it gets every spot. I actually watched it while I was cleaning this entire area, and it's really methodical, going back and forth in straight lines. And whenever there's something like a table leg or bar stool stand, make sure to clean all the way around it, and then continue that methodical pattern to make sure it doesn't miss anything. And it's dispensing that detergent while mopping the whole time. The floors just feel incredibly clean once they're done. It also has almost double the suction power of previous models at 20,000 pascals. I really noticed that when it was going across the carpets and rugs, picking up even pieces of paper or other objects that other vacuums would have left behind. It even has special features to recognize things like curtains and will still clean under them and not avoid them like other robot vacuums might. Now, one of my personal favorite parts of the Dreame vacuums is their app. It's really nicely designed. You'll see I have my X40 over here and the new X50. Now, the first time you run it, it will actually do a quick mapping. It only took about 20 minutes, and I had a lot of area I had to cover. And then you can actually arrange the map however you'd like, separating or combining rooms, labeling them. You'll see here I recognized a couple pairs of shoes by the door. It even gives you a percentage of how sure it is that that's the object. It's also really good at avoiding cord-like items, and you can even see them marked here, and it'll just list obstacles and fabrics, things like that. But I've had previous vacuums where cords will trip it up, and it'll get sucked into the main brush and I have to stop it. And it used the ProLeap technology to get up on it, clean it thoroughly, and then get back down. And a couple other points about the app. There are widgets available, and you can even do larger widgets, which will show you the battery percentage. You can send it home to the dock or start a clean. Now, there are shortcuts you can set up. Now, I've actually gotten the X50 Ultra pre-release, so there are shortcuts actions that actually appear in shortcuts, but I'm not sure exactly what to do with them yet. There is an Apple Watch app, which is pretty cool. You can send it back home or start cleaning. And on Dreame's website, it does mention Matter supported. It does not have this feature right now, but in a possible future firmware update, if it does support Matter, iOS 18.3 on the iPhone, HomeKit now supports robot vacuums, so I'm hopeful. Overall, the Dreame X50 Ultra is a great improvement over previous models and one of the most powerful vacuum and mops that I've tested, and I've done a bunch here on the channel. Now, being their flagship vacuum and state-of-the-art, it is going to be $1,700 retail. If you order within the first few weeks of the launch, it's going to be on a sale for about $1,300. I'll put links down in the video description with some additional deals that you can use with my promo code, and you can find all that information below. You can also reserve yours with just $39 right now, and I'm going to send some additional supplies like dustbins, mop pads, side brushes, main brushes, and all of that. At the moment, I currently have an army of robot vacuum and mops in my family room, but the X50 Ultra is the one that I default to, just being the best at cleaning, most powerful suction power. The mopping with that auto-dispensing detergent gets the hard floors really clean, and the new ProLeap technology means I don't have to worry about it falling into my shower because it can get itself out. So more information on the X50 Ultra down in the video description. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about my entire smart home, maybe go for a tour. I have over 100 HomeKit and Apple smart home devices. You can check out my full tour right up here. And I'm going to be reviewing some new HomeKit products like new cameras with power over Ethernet and some new shades also with power over Ethernet. I'll put one of those videos right up here. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.